Please remain seated until all of the customers have left. With them, pleased to assist you. Smoking and vaping are prohibited.
Here, please. Then one chocolate. One bitter coffee, and then one cinnamon.
Yes. That. This was crazy. That was so fun.
Something you want to leave inside, you can leave it.
and European sizing.
Well, that's not nice. So
hot spring and get an meeting field. Just looking around the area, you can get, and in the hillside is a hot spring. In the areas where we are going to be making most of the stops, but well, let's hope that that is the case. Despite containing a rich bird and native to Iceland, is the Arctic fox. All other, a bunch of them here. Essentially, there was an effort to introduce reindeer areas with sufficient underground hot water reservoirs. It's a generator which generates the electricity. Now, this method works great, of course, here in Iceland, where we have plentiful access to both. Head to the restroom if they need to, and grab a cup of coffee as well if they need to. Ago, and you can see what the effects of that. The last stop of the tour. That's where we're gonna.
I do hope the next day